Yeah, Trump is from New York, so obviously he wants New York to at least somehow not tank into this socialist world, right?
So Trump needs something. He wants New York to be
He doesn't
to
need
not
that. He doesn't need anything. Trump doesn't need anything. He
well
controls Zoran. It's like Zoran can't get anything done unless he kisses Trump's feet. And Trump's like, okay, well, if you want this, then you got to do this. And that's how he
well
works.
I don't think Zoran needs the federal funding other than the minimum federal funding. He
He
can do
needs the
whatever he
funding,
wants
trust me. He needs the funding.
with just the state
Yeah,
taxes.
he ain't gonna have the money to do that with just the state taxes, obviously, because he can't fund it without raising taxes.
Yeah,
So,
that's what he's gonna do, right?
well, he wants to. See, there's a big difference between what he wants to do and what he can do, because the governor is the only one who will allow him to do that. And the governor has said that she's not going to let him do that. So, there's a huge problem he's got, and the huge problem is funding all this stuff. He wants to tax the rich even more. The rich are saying, you tax us and we'll take our money elsewhere. And that's what happens. And then they lose money instead of gaining money. So there's a big problem that he has that he doesn't understand. And the governor is like, yeah, you can't do that unless you want to push away billions of dollars. You know, the to make the buses free is like $900 million, right? Well, are you willing to tax the rich to where they disappear and we lose billions of dollars instead of gaining 900 million? So there's a big problem with that. And that's why socialism doesn't work, because especially in certain states, the states who are going to tax the businesses to death and tax the rich to death, the rich are just going to go elsewhere. Or they'll find a way to not pay those extra taxes.
What you think happened was that Mom Donnie Zoran came in and kissed Trump's butt to try to make him happy, and that's why Trump's happy in this interview.
100%. Zoran has no leverage. Trump has a ton of leverage. A ton.
And so
Zoran's just
somehow
a mayor.
Zoran was able to convince him, or not, I guess whatever you call it, convince him or
So
make a deal with him to
yeah,
get
at this
funding.
point, we're just speculating as to what was said in it, and because of that, we're just guessing that most likely, what just based on logic, Zoran is a mayor. A mayor has no leverage against the president of the United States and the federal government. Zero. So what does Zoran have to do? Well, Zoran had to go there and he had to say, okay, look, President Trump, this is what my goals are. This is what I want to do. What do we have to do to get your
Do you think
support?
do you think that he lied to him and like say, like tell him all the goals that he thinks Trump wants to do
Well, yeah, I think
and
Trump's
just
not
to
an
get the
idiot.
funding and then you think that he'll just take that funding and spend it differently?
No, I don't think any of that'll happen. Trump's not that dumb. Yeah, he's not gonna believe some stupid stuff that a mayor of New York City is gonna do. There's only so many things that he can do. So Zoran was like, yeah, I'll just decide not to do the free buses. Trump would go, really? You think I'm that dumb? No, that's not.
Well, how
So
do you think he convinced him if he didn't lie? Like how do you think he convinced him?
no, I think Zoran was like, okay, yeah, well, we can't do all this free stuff, so we got to figure out how do we what's another point of reference that makes sense, and that is, well, we want to get rid of crime because they were talking about that in the interview. They're like, well, we both want to make New York City safer because right now it's not safe. And so, what do we got to do about that? Well, you need federal funding for the safety of more police, or something like to that extent. I'm sure there was some type of negotiating where Trump was like, okay, you know what, I'll give you federal funding for more cops. And when it comes down to it, the whole legal procedure of it is, well, they have to spend it on certain things, right?
Yeah.
So that's my guess what they did, and it just kind of makes logical sense.